Hello again to my YouTube channel. Today in this tutorial, we'll discuss some intelligence functions provided by Power BI. So as we know in business in general, sometimes we can have some scenarios that we need to accumulate our sales by month, by day, by quarter, or by year sometimes. Today I will show you how we can apply those functions MTD, QITD, and YTD. To do that, let's try to work on this table of financial. Okay, but before that, we need to do something. We need to go to this table views, and so as we know, we have sometimes some complex scenario. Why we need these functions? Because sometimes in our modeling, if we have some tables, for example, of sales and buy and sales, we need to try to build in some reports. Of course, we need the date to do that. We cannot use the filters on date. Cannot use the filters on top on date of the column in buys or the sales. For this reason, we need to create in the table or the dimension of tables of date. To do that, we need to create, because if we go to this modeling view, we have one unique table. We have just a fact table. The fact table contains the sales, the discounts, and so on. We need to connect this table to another dimension table. Is a dimension table. This is fact table, and we need to create a dimension table of date. That's help us to creating the report that we want. So to do that, we need just to go to this table view and new table. Okay, so we are creating this table creating is a date equal to. So we need to apply a function here provided by Power BI is calendar is one of the way that we can use to creating the the table or the dimension of date. Creating the calendar, we need to start in by some date. We have date, let's start in by our year. We want because those data, sorry, I'll return before creating our table. If we go to this financial table and we go to so we go to this year, we go to this, we have just 2 years. Okay, we have 2030 and 40. Okay, so for this reason we need to create in table or dimension table based on this dot that we have now in our data. Well, we go again here. We create a new table. So we have date equal to calendar. Okay, and we starting by, so we have this function of dates. We need a year. Just let's start in 2000. 2010. Okay, this month. Okay, this is the starting date, and we need the end date. the date 2020 December and 31. We close the parentheses and click OK. So there is our date. Okay, this is our date table here, creating the date. So if we want to add in the columns, so we have this ability. We can just go to the new column. Well, we want to extract the years. Year equal to year. Of the date that we have now here. Dates. Click OK. So we extracting now the years. If we want the month, the same thing. Creating another column. For month. Equal to function month. Dates. I create now. Click OK. Okay, see the months, the months. Okay, so let's return to our model view. Okay, if we go to this model view, now we see the new table of date is show for us in this uh, modeling place. Okay, so as I tell you before, sometimes we have some complex scenarios and we need to build in some reports based on date. For this reason, the filter is not enough and we cannot get the result that we want just by using the filters. For this reason, we need to create in the dimension of date. And now we need to create a relationship between financial tables and date. To do that, we go to this column of date, okay? And we are creating this relationship between date and date because we have a identical column here. We have the same name, but sometimes we can get different name, but we have the same type, date and date. So we up and drag here, and this relationship create for us. Here we need to understand one thing. We have financial and date. Here, maybe in one day or in 1 month, we can have a lot of financial transaction. For this reason, we need a relation of many to one. In one date, we can have a lot of financial transaction. So for the reason we need to trace this many to one, not one to one or one to many or many to many. We need one to one. Lot of financial transaction can happen in one day, in one date. Okay, we click save. Okay, and now we see our relationship is created. We have many to one or one to many. In one date can have a lot of transaction. So this principal table is called fact table, and date is a dimension table. And we have schemas, famous schemas in the area of modeling. And see that after, okay, in another tutorials. So for now, we need to go to our report view. So before that, so we creating a table here. We go to our financial table. So we need, so let's choosing the profit or sales. Okay, so let's choosing the sales. We make it here. Okay, so let's make that clear. And we go to our table, date. Okay, we go choosing this hierarchical. put it here in these columns to see all the data. So we go and drop this. So we have now the sales by year. Each year, how much of sales we get. We can add in uh, the months also and see how much of sales we have. So for now, we need the cumulative sales by month, by quarter, and by year. To do that, we need to create in the measure. So let's create in the first intelligence function. So is a sales MTD equal to total MTD, and we want sum of sales, close parentheses, and we need date table. The date that we create, we have here date and tracing the date. And after that, I will explain that by creating a separate videos to explain for you why we need to trace date, year, or month. So we close the parentheses and okay. So the new measure created for us here in this table of date. And if I drag this and put it there in the table, okay, there is the result. Here we have an observation. We have the same values here. Why? Because the cell is by month. Okay. For the reason we have this uh the same values. So to see the difference, we can see it in the quarter and the year. So let's create sales quantity by quarter, the sales by quarter. We accumulate the sales by quarter. To do that, we need to create in another measure. Let's call it sales quantity. Okay, is equal to the total quantity, and we need sum of sales. Okay, choosing the cells here, and have dates, dates. And here, if we want to maybe to change the table here, if I want the measure to store it in the financial, I can do that. Okay, but let store it in the home table as a date because we don't have much of columns here and measure. And now we click OK. So the sales quantity is created. So we make it in the table and we can see now. It's include the quarter. So as we see with me here in 2020, we have quarter 3. Why? Because the sales start here in September. And we have quarter 4. We have 2 months. We have October and November, sorry, and December. We have 3 months. We have the quarter. The quarter is mean 3 months. We have 4 quarter in the year. And if you go here to see, this is accumulated. So the sales of quarter 4 here, there is, and around 9 million plus 7 million. So we give for us this result. Okay. And this plus this give us 21 billion and so on. This is accumulated by quarter. Each quarter of year give us accumulate of sales. So here for this 2040. We have 4 quarters. We have here January and February and March. Total of the sales is here, is stored here. And for March, April, May, the same thing. Okay, here we have the accumulated sales by quarter, here by month, and here by quarter. Okay, and let's create now by year, and I can see that, or sorry, we can see that by visualization, we drag in some visualization here, and everything it will be clear. So let's create in now the total YTD sales YTD is equal to total YTD of sum of sales now dates for now, choosing date dot date, and we close the parentheses and do OK. Now if we are adding these cells here, we can see. So we have the sales of 2030 here is stored here. The sum of all this is give us this. Okay. And the sales of 2040 is stored here. And to see how that is different, so we can cluster bar chart and see now how this is happening. Okay. Well, and the key of this visualization, we have sum of cells. Okay. And we have cells MTD, QYTD, and YTD. So we see that how it is. If we want just show the MTD and YTD there is, okay, and that show for us how the sales is increased. Okay, we trade in the months. So this, okay, we want the months. So there is here. Okay, we have all the months here, and we see the sales how it is by 2 years of 2030 and 40. Okay, so now we can have an idea about our sales, how it is growth. Okay, and also we gonna create in uh sales of year by specifying the business year, and the business year in the most of time is in 31 March is 31/3. Okay, to do that we are creating another measure, the last one. Let's call it sales business YTD is equal to total YTD sum of our sales here in sales, and now we have a date table dot date, and we specify we have uh so 31 3 is 331. Okay, sorry, 31 3, because the business year is stopped there. and we close the parentheses. Okay, the measure is created now. It's adding to our visualization, and we see now. I hope that's more clear for you. It's tracing this bar. It's here. Okay, so for this year, we have at least we have an idea about ourselves, how it is increased, is growth. Okay, and it stopped there because we don't have any sales, we don't have any data about ourselves in this year of 2015. For this reason, with this sales is have the same value in all the months. Okay, so I hope that's clear for you all. See you in next tutorial. Bye bye and happy learning.